Members of an NGO along with many others organized a candlelight vigil in Bengaluru on Thursday to pay tributes to 34-year-old techie Atul Subhash, who died by suicide on the 9th of December, allegedly due to harassment by his wife and her family. A crowd gathered at EcoSpace holding candles, phone flashlights and photographs of Subhash while chanting slogans like, "We want justice." The 34-year-old techie hailing from Uttar Pradesh died by suicide at his Bengaluru residence. He left behind a 24-page note and a 1.5-hour-long video detailing his emotional distress, marital issues and harassment by his wife, her relatives and judge based in Uttar Pradesh. The police have filed an abetment to suicide case against Subhash's wife Nikita Singhania, her mother Nisha, brother-in-law Anurag and uncle Sushil. The investigation is currently underway. Let's go across to my colleague Waji Ullah, who joins us live on more on this. Waji, a candlelight vigil there was held for Atul Subhash, who tragically took his own life. How are people really responding to this? To say the least, there seems to be a lot of resentment and anger surrounding the case.
Well, now there is a complete public outrage when it comes to this particular case. We're seeing how people are interested in knowing what actually happened with Subhash. And what we actually know right now is that while there is a vigil march for solidarity with the family of Subhash and justice for Subhash, on the other hand, the Bengaluru police, the Maratha East police especially, are the one that is looking after this case, is in Jaunpur right now. And they are gathering information from the mother-in-law and the father-in-law of Atul, and they're trying to trace where the wife has gone, and they're trying to have a conversation with them, along with the Jaunpur police, to see how they can widen the ambit of investigation when it comes to finding the woman and seeing the cause behind the death of Atul. Atul, though, has left a suicide note. He's written mails to not just the president, but to Donald Trump, to Elon Musk, to other prominent people, asking them for justice and saying how the judicial system is somewhere flawed and how he had to go through a lot of harassment. The judges had asked him money for a settlement. His wife has asked him alimony, which is beyond his own capacity. Along with that, there were other things that he had mentioned in the suicide note was how when he has only 23 offs, there are 40 times he's been called to the court without any idea of settlement on how this could be solved, and how he was frustrated with this idea of trying to get justice. Initially, he was one of those, his father, as his father explained, was one of those who wanted to fight for justice because he knew that he was on the right path. But then this sudden step that he took has completely shocked everybody, and that is what the sentiment of the people is. And this candlelight visual march that we saw at EcoSpace yesterday is a testimony to that. A lot of IT companies, a lot of people inside have a lot of problems that they face, but are not able to tell it on the face of it. And what happened with Atul Subhash is one such example. So what we're seeing is public outrage and a demand for justice for Atul.
All right, Waji, also, if you can walk us through the details shared by the police about the ongoing investigation into, his tragic death, and what charges are really being investigated against Atul's wife and her family members.
As we speak, the police is trying to collaborate all the information to first see what was the actual feud about, what they know is what they've heard from Atul in that 90-minute video that he shot before he committed suicide, and the suicide note that he's written, where he has alleged allegations against the judges, where he's talked about the flawed justice system, according to him, where he's also gone on to say about the harassment that he's been facing from his wife's family. So all these things have been mentioned by Atul in this. Now the police is trying to collaborate that information with the people who are involved with Atul. They've spoken to the family of Atul. They're also now in Jaunpur speaking with the father-in-law and the brother-in-law and the Jaunpur police to see how they can move about with this case. They're trying to trace the wife, the ex-wife who's also missing. Till yesterday, there were information that she was in Uttar Pradesh. Now we've been told it's Bihar. So that is also something we are not sure where she is as of now, but these are information that we are getting and we're sharing with our viewers as in when we get it. But the police is trying to locate the wife and trying to get her version of the story to see what is the real version. And there are 2 to 3 teams that are set up, and another Iowa has also been appointed to look into the entire matter. So the police, as of now, is just gathering information, trying to piece together what Atul had said in this video. As we speak, I don't have information of any arrest of sort, but it's only on the basis of gathering information that the Bengaluru police team is in Jaunpur right now and is trying to see what best can be done in this investigation.
Do tell us what steps are the authorities taking to ensure justice is served in this case, especially, giving its sensitive nature, and how are they really handling the public outcry and the emotions involved?
Handling public outcry is something that is very difficult for the police because the outcry is not in a particular place or not in a particular area. It is happening all over the country. You have tweets across the platform X. People are putting on their Facebook asking what happened, telling their friends to speak up if they are in the issues. You're seeing the post in Instagram asking for justice. And people across the country are also having candlelight vigils and justice marches. So that is something that is uncontrollable because that's the public outrage asking for justice and their right to protest when they see something wrong in the society. But on the other hand, when we talk about the investigation, as we speak, the Maratali police, under whose jurisdiction this entire matter comes, is right now in Jaunpur, and they are trying to piece together the information that Atul has given in the suicide note with what has actually happened on the ground. They are trying to reach out to the family, the wife, and to gather information on what was the mentality behind Atul's this thing. What was he going through? What were the conversation they had? So all these things are now pieced together to see what can come out of this the arrest or the identification of the wife or the detention of the wife will be something that will give us a clearer picture. And that is also something that the police is now looking at. They're trying to track
Right.
the identity, the information of the wife and the location on where she is. So on that, we'll be able to update our viewers as and when we have more information.